Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. We are going through the book of Titus right now. We are on episode 9 today. And today we are going to be reading from Titus chapter 1, verses 10 through 11. And I'm entitling this, Preaching the Feel Good for Profit. Preaching the Feel Good for Profit. Okay? So let me read... we had just, remember last four episodes, we talked about elder qualifications. Now Paul is moving on to tell Titus about some other issues that need to be dealt with. Okay, so let's read verses 10 and 11 today. It says, for there are many rebellious people full of meaningless talk and deception, especially those of the circumcision group. They must be silenced because they are disrupting whole households by teaching things they ought not to teach, and that for the sake of dishonest gain. Okay? I want to emphasize here today this, when it says in verse 10, these rebellious people are teaching things, they're meaningless talk and deception. Okay? That was going on back then. It's been going on all through history, and it's going on like a powerhouse today, with meaningless talk being given out and deception. Okay, so if you turn on the TV, the radio, anything with media, YouTube, okay, all that stuff, you can find good wholesome teaching, Bible teaching, but then you can also find the other stuff that's deception and it's meaningless talk. Okay, and it says, and you're asking, why are people doing this, doing that? Well, they're deceived, for one thing. And then it gives the answer back in verse 11. It says they are by teaching these things they ought not to teach, and that for the sake of dishonest gain. Okay, so they're doing it to get gain, either not necessarily money all the time, but it could be for fame, and notoriety. So if you have a church that, let's say I'm preaching, and I have a church that holds that there's like a dozen people that come, okay? But if I start teaching, adding to the gospel things like every day can be Friday for you, and you can feel good every day, and heaven is here on earth, and stuff like that, to make you feel good and like, oh yeah, rah rah ree, then my church is going to grow, and all of a sudden it'll have like 500 people, and it's like, oh yeah. So people are doing that, teaching that false gospel, either for the money, to get more money, or to get more fame. So your church will the churches will naturally grow bigger if you have that false doctrine. Like one thing, for example, is dealing with sin. Okay, if there are certain issues that the Bible clearly says is sin, but you go, the world is changing and those are no longer sin, people are going to go, oh really? Oh, that's great. So I can live with my girlfriend, and I can have my wife, and I can live with my girlfriend too, and that's no longer sin? Great, sign me up for church, And so, anyway, that stuff is happening today. And so I wanted to point that out. It was happening back then, and Paul addressed it with Titus here. It's happening today, and that's something we have to fight against, okay? We have to be seeking good godly teaching, and then we need to be giving out good godly teaching also. Okay, so that's the bottom line today. So watch out for that. Preaching that feels good for profit. All right, thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to this every day being with you. And I'll see you tomorrow as we continue going through Titus. Lord's blessing to you.